Royal families are commonly associated with opulence and wealth. While this is true, it might come as a surprise that not all royal families enjoy the same level of affluence. In reality, some have much less wealth, displaying a lower degree of financial prosperity. And although this wealth might seem like a lot from the standpoint of an average person, it's actually quite modest for a royal family's economic standards. But do you know who these less affluent royal families are? Maybe not. In today's video, we bring you a list of the 12 poor royal families of the world. So without wasting much time, let's get it started, shall we? At number 12, we have a Belgian royal family that comes from the royal house of Saxe-Coburg in Gotha. This royal family started with a rebellion. In 1830, Belgium's people rebelled against Dutch rule, and later, the country declared its independence in 1839. As part of this process, Leopold of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, a German prince, was chosen to be the first king of the Belgians, reigning as Leopold I. This marked the establishment of the Belgian royal family, and since the rule of Leopold I, the Belgian royal family has been loved by its citizens. And why now? Since the foundation of the royal house, each king has served the people of Belgium to the best of their and the nation's interest. However, over time, the royal family's role in Belgium has evolved from one of direct political influence to more symbolic and ceremonious duties. The current king of Belgium is His Majesty King Felipe, who is also the head of the Royal Belgium Royal House, which contains 9 core royal members. Now, coming to their wealth, most of their fortune comes from the inheritance wealth which was gained during their ancestral rule over the nation. This wealth includes art collections, estates around the nation, and lavish castles like the royal castles of Laeken and Sirgnon Castle. All this makes the net worth of the royal family beyond $150 million. Next, we have a royal family that comes from a small landlocked country called Eswatini. The origin of this royal family starts in the early 19th century, and the credit for starting this royal lineage goes to King Sobhuza I, who founded the Swazi kingdom by uniting various clans in the region. He's considered the progenitor of the modern Eswatini monarchy, and over the years, the Swazi royal family, or now called the Eswatini royal family, has maintained a prominent role in the nation's affairs through absolute monarchy, which is still continuing. In the current era, this royal family has more than 250 members, whose head is King Mswati III, and as the king, he has the authority over various aspects of governance, including appointing the prime minister and members of the cabinet. The king and his family have even the control over various major businesses and financial institutions of the nation. But despite holding absolute power, and the wealth of this royal family is around $100 million, and this is because of various factors like the country's economic conditions, wealth distribution, cultural values, and global positioning. But above all, the main reasons is Eswatini, which is a small landlocked nation that lacks vast resources. That leads to less wealth generation in the nation, which directly impacts the opulence of the Eswatini royal family. At number 10, we have a royal family of Bhutan that belongs to the royal house of Wangchuck dynasty. This royal dynasty came into power when its founder, Gonsar Unyan Wangchuck, who's often referenced as the father of modern Bhutan, was unanimously chosen as the first hereditary monarch of Bhutan in 1907. And throughout the generations, this royal family of Bhutan has only contributed to the development and influence of the nation, and they did this by implementing policies that focused on maintaining the country's unique cultural heritage while also embracing modernization. Currently, the king and his family do not hold complete authority as their power is constrained by constitutional principles. Even the monarch's wealth is limited. A restriction imposed is primarily rooted in the family's historical values, where the emphasis has been on serving the people rather than hoarding wealth. Now, this royal family of Bhutan consists of more than 10 core members, including Queen Jetsun Pema and King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuck, and the total net worth of this family is around $70 million, which includes extensive financial properties, land, and an estate of around 15,000 square miles. The wealth also includes inherited luxurious palaces, like the Dechen Choling Palace and the Panak Dazong, and most of these are controlled and owned by the king and queen. At number 9, we have another royal family, Lesotho, which belongs to the royal house of Siso. Lesotho is a small landlocked African nation, and for ages, it's been originally inhabited by various ethnic groups, including the Basotho people, which are the current royal family. In the early 19th century, the region was unified under the leadership of Bashushu I, a visionary leader who founded the Basotho nation, or currently known as Lesotho. Now, the current royal family includes more than 30 members, with 5 core members, and the current head of this royal family is King Letsi III and Queen Masanate Mohato Siiso, who holds most of the political power in the nation. But over the years, the financial influence of the royals is only reduced, and this is because of multiple reasons, like restricting the power of monarchy by government and years of political instability and tension in Lesotho's history, which even disrupted governance and impacted the economic stability of the royal family. Now the net worth of Lesotho's royal family is around $30 to $35 million, which is too low for a royal family that controlled the nation a few decades ago. Next, we have a royal family about which not many have heard of. This is the Baganda royal family from an African nation called Uganda. This prestigious royal family comes from the Balasangi dynasty and rules the Baganda kingdom, which is situated within the nation. It was formed in the 14th century in Uganda, which we see now in terms of vibrant culture, unique tradition, and grand history, is consequence of the rule of this royal family. Now, this royal family, like many traditional royal families, has numerous members spanning several generations, but core members are only 10 in number, with its head being Kabaka, or King Ronald Edward Frederick Kimmerer Muwenda Mutabi II, and his wife, Lady Sylvia Naginda. And unlike other royal families of the current world, this 600-year-old royal family still holds a strong influence on the nation and its culture. The Baganda royal family lacks much financial opulence. The net worth of the king is around $10 million, and the collective net worth of the family is $30 million. Most of this wealth is concentrated in Uganda, and it largely is consisted of inherited wealth like vast lands and estates. These lands include ancestral homesteads, agricultural fields, and ceremonial sites. Apart from this, they own ancient cultural artifacts and millions worth of gold. Next, we move to Europe to meet our next royal family. This is the Norwegian royal family from the royal house of Glucksberg. The origins of this modern Norwegian monarchy can be traced back to the 9th century. During this time, Norway was a collection of independent petty kingdoms, and Harald Fairhair, who was often known as Harald I of Norway, successfully united these petty kingdoms into a single realm, what we now know as Norway. Since then, the royal lineage has played a pivotal role in shaping the nation's identity. However, over the years, this Norway monarchy has undergone profound transformations. Now this family consists of more than 7 members, and the head of the royal family being King Harald V and Queen Consort Sonja. The collective net worth of this family is $30 million, which is very low compared to the other European nations. In fact, some of the royal members have shifted on to normal jobs and businesses, while the remaining members, including the King, Queen, and Crown Prince Haakon, depend on the annual government allowances paid for their royal duties. And this is due to Norway's adoption of democracy. As Norway transitioned into a democratic nation, the allocation of resources and funds in Norway became more accountable, transparent, and subject to public scrutiny, leading to less wealth accumulation for the royal family. At number 6, we have Johor royal family, which is one of the significant noble lineages of Malaysia. This royal family of Malaysia belongs to the house Temenggung, and the origin of this family traces back to the Sultan of Johor, which was founded in the 16th century. The Sultanate has a special history, which is marked by its role in maritime trade and its influences on the regional political landscape. Over the years, this royal family has produced 6 sultans or kings who have ruled Malaysia. Now, the current Sultan of Johor, Sultan Ibrahim Ismail Ibni Al-Marhum Sultan Ishqadar Al-Hajj. He and his royal family possess certain degrees of influence in Johor state, but mostly their political power is symbolic, and many believe that this is the reason for the royal family's lesser financial influence. Now, there are more than 20 royal members in the family, with 7 core members, including the Sultan of Johor himself and his wife Raja Serif Sofia. The collective net worth for the Johor royal family is around $30 to $35 million, out of which the Sultan Johor holds $5 million as his net worth. And this less wealth is because of Malaysia as a country having undergone significant economic development in recent decades, where the government has taken steps to ensure equitable wealth distribution. Next, we have a royal family in Tonga, and it belongs to the royal house of Tupu. This foundation of the modern Tonga monarchy is related to the reign of the first king of Tupu. It is King George Tupu I, who unified the various islands and chieftains into a cohesive kingdom in 1820. His efforts laid the groundwork for a lasting royal family, which not only united the nation for economic stability, but also developed a vibrant culture and society in the nation, which we witness now. The current head of this Tonga royal family is King Topu VI, who ascended to the throne in 2012. He carries out his legacy of his royal family while living in a modern world that demands a balance between tradition and progress. However, you should know the nation also adopted a constitutional monarchy in 1875, which limited the absolute power and wealth of the royal family. Now, this royal family contains more than 8 core members with a net worth of more than $30 million, which only means low luxury and fortune. And this is because during the modern era, this family witnessed changes in the balance of power, and later, as Tonga established its place on a global stage, naturally the monarchs had to accept their roles as symbols of nationality and unity, rather than the authority of power, which affected their wealth. Coming up next, we have another royal family from Malaysia. This is the Selangor royal family, which comes from the royal house of Opu Dang Salek. This royal family that rules the state of Selangor was formed in 1766 when the Bugis warrior Raja Selhuddin settled in Selangor. He established the foundation of what would become the Selangor Sultanate, and later his descendants continued to consolidate power. Over time, the royal family made alliances, treaties, and interactions with neighboring states, contributing to the family's prominence. But now this prominence and affluence of the family is reduced only to symbolic power. This happened when Malaysia gained independence in 1957 and adopted democracy. Apart from accepting democracy, the royal family also faced constant resistance from the colonizers and another sultanate within the nation, which restricted them in terms of wealth. Due to these reasons, some core members have even resorted to common jobs for their livelihood. Now there are 10 core members in this royal family, with the head being Sultanate Sarafuddin Idris Shah. As royals of the state, they hold power, but only on paper, as most of their powers are symbolic. The collective net worth of the royal family is a mere $20 to $30 million, but still they are much loved and respected by the people of Selangor and Malaysia as a whole. At number 3, we have the Ashanti royal family of Ghana. The Ashanti royal family for centuries has been an integral part of Ghana's cultural heritage, and the formation of this African royal family can be traced to the formation of the Ashanti Empire in the 17th century. This empire was characterized by its elaborate court rituals, unique traditions, and vibrant artistic expressions. A highly significant figure in the history of the Ashanti royal family is King Osei Tutu I, who played a pivotal role in unifying various Ashanti clans into a powerful and centralized empire that we know is Ghana. However, in 1960, this royal family lost its influence when Ghana adopted a democratic constitution that restricts the political and financial power of its members. Currently, the royal family consists of several hundred members, including various chiefs, elders, queen mothers, and other individuals, but the current head of this royal family is Osei Tutu II, with a net worth of the 73-year-old is around $10 million, and the collective net worth of the royal family is around $15 million. Though in the current scenario, the king and his royal family hold no special power, they do hold a large set of land across the nation worth millions. Apart from this, the family also owns multiple businesses, like the Transpomac International Ghana Limited and the Promoda Financial Services Limited, which keeps their wealth growing. Next, we have a royal family that comes from the royal house of Bourbon-Anjou. This is the Spanish royal family of Europe. The House of Bourbon first came into power in Spain in the early 18th century through the War of the Spanish Succession, where Philip V, the grandson of King Louis XIV of France, was chosen as the new Spanish monarch, marking the beginning of the Bourbon rule in Spain. However, the years of each king and his royal family of the time played a complex role in the nation's development and guided the nation towards affluence and modernization in Spain. However, in 1977, under the rule of King Juan Carlos I, the nation made a transition from monarchy to constitutional monarchy, which not only impacted the royal family in terms of power, but also in terms of wealth. Now, the Spanish royal family consists of 8 core members, with the head of the family being Felipe VI, who is considered as the poorest king in Europe. And this claim is backed by the data published by the family in 2022, which stated the king has 2.6 million in his name. And as of the collective wealth of the family in 2022, it's around $18 million. Despite their low wealth, the royal family enjoys popularity and affection from the nation due to their historic significance, as well as their efforts to represent the people. At number 1, we have a royal family that comes from the small Southeastern Asian nation of Cambodia and belongs to the House of Norodom. This royal house was founded in 1860 by King Norodom I when he liberated the nation from French colonization. Since its establishment, the House of Norodom and its members have been a prominent force to move the nation forward. However, at present, there are two core members of the royal family, the Queen Mother, Sihanoukvene, and King Norodom Sihanoukvene, who's the current head of his family. Although the royal family has played an important role in the history of the nation, at present its members' roles are ceremonious, which is why this royal family is less strong in terms of finance. The collective net worth of the royal family is around $5 to $6 million. This includes grand palaces like the Royal Palace of Phnom Penh and the Royal Residence of Siem Reap. Apart from this, its various members hold thousands of acres of land in the nation, which is around $2 million in other businesses. All this wealth may be more for a commoner, but too less as compared to the other royal families. And this low wealth is a result of various factors like political tensions and control of government on monarchy. Thanks for watching the video. Comment down below your favorite part and let us know also. Press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates.